Hi, I'm David, your favorite Drati, and here with me I have the Havit Fashion Touchscreen Smartwatch, and it's a really nice watch, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of it, and let's go. Okay, so this is what you get when you buy the Havit smartwatch. You get this is the box, and then when you take this out, you see Fashion Touchscreen Watch, and then thanks for choosing Havit. So when you want to open up, you go to the back and then you see the Havit logo again. In my opinion, frankly, this plastic thing feels cheap. It doesn't really add much to the unboxing experience, but it feels cheap, but that's what we got. Then underneath that, you get your watch here, like it's encased here, we'll get to that later. Underneath that, you have a manual, very detailed. And then you get a screen protector, an extra screen protector, because there's one on the smartwatch already. And then you get your charging base, and I actually really like this charging base. Okay, so let's take out the watch. This is the Havit smartwatch. Let me clear this up. Okay, so this is the charging base. It has a square shape and then it's curved around the edges, and it has a rubber strap which is easily removable here, like, and then you can customize it. You can change the strap color, you can get another strap color, and then it's easy to remove, so that's a bonus. It has a crown at the side which is used to turn it on or turn it off or go back in any menu. The actual screen sits in the center of the surface. It does have bezels, but it still looks nice for the price, and it also has a screen protector that comes with it. It's said to be waterproof with an IP67 rating right here, but I'm not testing that either. No, I'm not testing that. On the front of the display, you have a 1.4 inches TFT color touchscreen with a screen resolution of 240 by 240 pixels. You can't exactly enjoy high resolution displays on smartwatches except they're showing images, and on this smartwatch it doesn't really show any image, and the only image it might actually show is on the watch face, which I'll get to later. And it is quite comfortable to wear. On my wrist, it feels like a normal watch, and on my hand, for no apparent reason, when I've used it for a while, it just tends to go up here. So like I meet it like around here. It does tend to go up and I meet it around here, and sometimes that doesn't allow the wrist wake feature to work, but then sometimes it actually works for me, then sometimes it doesn't. For the health tracking, it has a few health tracking features which I found to be relatively accurate. Okay, for starters, it has the heart rate tracker. It does go off when you are not wearing your smartwatch, but then when you have your smartwatch on, it will just give you your heart rate at that point in time. It will show you your heart rate in real time for a while, and then it gives you an average heart rate, which feels like quality. In addition to that, there's an option to allow the watch to track your heart rate continuously throughout the day, and then it checks your heart rate for every 30 minutes, and it has an overview in the app, and I can check my heart rate data from it at any time. And here is called continuous heart rate monitoring, and then you can check everything from day one. It also has a blood pressure and then a blood oxygen monitor. It doesn't give random numbers, and it will detect when it is not on your wrist. Other than the heart rate and the blood pressure and oxygen monitors, it also has other functions. It has a step counter. It has a step counter, or a pedometer as my call it, which is really accurate. Of course, it doesn't tell you how many steps you've taken in real time, but it is really close, and also has a sedentary reminder which tells you to stand up after you've been sitting around for a while. Okay, it also monitors your sleep. It also monitors your sleep when you sleep, not when you're still. It tells you how long you slept for and how the sleep went. It shows you when you woke up during the sleep, and then when you were in deep sleep, which they called restful here, and it shows how many hours of rapid eye movement and light sleep you had, and then it gives you a sleep quality score. And it also shows your heart rate, your highest and then your lowest heart rate when you were sleeping, and then it gives you an average, and then it also gives some other sleep trends. It displays messages that you received and vibrates when there's an incoming call, and if you want to change that, you can change that in the settings. It shows you your last 3 messages that you received through the screen of the watch, and then you can also turn that off. And if you want, you can allow other notifications from other apps too, and I feel like it will show the icon when it's showing you notification. It has a weather app. It also has a weather app, but then I don't really use the weather app because I have that on my phone. I found it to be a bit accurate. It does get information from the app and then shows you the weather information on your watch. It also has a music player function, which I found to be very useful in situations when I can't reach my phone, or I just don't want to touch my phone, but I want to change the song that is actually playing. So I just use the music app. It doesn't show which song is playing from the speakers or from your phone or your earbuds, but it just shows the music. It just shows the player text and then a preloaded image and then the controls. So you might have to just guess which song is playing next. And also there's a camera app on the watch which I never actually use because you can't use this with any other camera app. You have to use this with the camera app in the watch. So that's like the best camera to use, so I don't use it. So the camera app is really poor and I don't use that. It also has a stopwatch feature, but then it doesn't use the crown at all, which is not exactly really nice. The crown is just to go back to turn off the watch or to turn it back on, and that's actually a bit disappointing. You do get a few sports modes on this watch. It's tagged as trading on the watch user interface. You have walking, you have running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, and football as in soccer. I don't really use any of these sports modes because I don't really play that much sports. But for running and a bit of walking, it actually has that. So far, the watch has had an amazing performance. It's actually really smooth and there has never been any lag in any form, which is actually really good. You do get a lot of personalization when it comes to this smartwatch because you can customize the watch faces that you get. When you open up the app, you can change the type of watch face you get. First of all, you have 3 preloaded watch faces where you can, and there's one that you can change the picture in the background if you want to use that. Then you can choose from many other watch faces on the app, and then they do get updated regularly. As you can see, there are Christmas themed watch faces here, so if you're into that, you can use that. The extra watch faces was actually a really big bonus to me because the first 3 watch faces were not exactly to my taste, especially the first watch face because you put an other image inside it, so I don't exactly really like that. Speaking of the app, you have your basic health data on the first page. You have the number of steps that you've taken today, your sleep data, the last heart rate you measured, and then your continuous heart rate that it has measured by itself, then the last blood pressure and blood oxygen level that you actually measured, and also it has outdoor running data, which is your GPS to track how much distance you've gone, and then the watch checks your pace in minutes per kilometer and counts the number of steps that you've taken. And on the second page, you have your watch info where you can change your watch faces, set notifications, you can set custom alarms that you can only support up to 3 alarms, and the camera app, then other settings, and then you have the settings where you can upgrade your firmware, and as you can see, this is running the latest firmware. And on the third page, you have your personal settings, your profile. You can change your profile, then your goal, and then you can set it to support background operation depending on the phone that you're using, because smartphones nowadays, they actually kill background applications, so you have to protect this app from being killed by the OS of your smartphone. So far, there have been a few quirks. Sometimes the animations don't exactly go with my gestures. As you can see here, I go here, it comes down, and then if I go back, it comes down like this. Instead of it to just follow my gestures, it doesn't exactly follow my gestures. When I swipe down, it went down. But then when I do like this, it brings that up. So the gestures do sometimes the animations don't match the gestures, and I cannot change that. But so far, you will learn to use the gestures that flow with the animations, so it will give you a pleasant experience overall, and it just grows on you. Other than that, I don't have any other issues with the watch. This watch comes with a 170 mAh battery, which takes about an hour to charge, and then the battery percentage reader is whack, and this is how the sensory reminder works. It shows you walk around. It takes about an hour to charge, and then the battery percentage reader is actually kind of whack. It's actually really poor. It stays on 99% the longest, and once it's full, it lasts a week with continuous heart rate measurement, and it will last longer if you turn that off. Havit says that it will last for 30 days when the continuous heart rate monitor is turned off. Okay, so for my overview, my verdict, should you buy this watch? If you're in the market for a smartwatch, which costs around 15,000 naira, I believe that this is the best smartwatch you can go for because it's actually quite cheap. It costs around $40, and since I got it, I haven't actually looked back or thought of getting another smartwatch or wished I got another smartwatch. If you have any questions, you can ask me down in the comments section below. I will reply as soon as possible. Like the video before you go. That's it. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.